Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of me playing through some Assault Android Cactus, which is a very fun game. If you caught the stream segment which I posted to YouTube a couple days ago, when I was playing the other day on the stream, I actually beat the second boss, unlocking Aubergine here, who is a new character who I messed around with a bit yesterday, trying to get used to a bit, and she is incredibly fun. So we're going to jump into some of the early levels here, first things first, just to show her off. And then we will eventually move our way up to higher levels. So as you can see, our attack method here is this little helicopter dude, Hilo, who kind of flies out from us along a straight path. Now this is it flies out. The more you hold the button, the farther out it's going to fly. As you let go of the button, it'll start returning to you. So your main thing that you want to do while you are playing as Aubergine is to balance out clicking so that you are keeping it at a nice pleasant distance the whole time to where the enemies are. The secondary weapon, the Singularity, works extremely well, taking out a large group of enemies, and can be used decently often, so it is certainly one of my preferred secondary weapons because it works very well for us. Of course, the stronger enemies it's not going to take out in one hit like it does with these weaker ones here on the first level, but it is also something that is certainly very much viable. I'm not doing that well with keeping my combo up in this run, actually, which is something that I've gotten much better with in general. But yeah, I mean, essentially you are able to kind of steer your weapon very, very effectively and keep it held on enemies. So for things that take a lot of damage, the Hilo here can actually do a whole lot very quickly as long as you keep yourself aiming correctly, which is not always the easiest thing, let's be honest here.
Firepower extended.
But you see with this big guy, if I can just get myself aligned right, I took him out very, very quickly. So that is certainly something that you can keep an eye on that you can get used to pretty quickly, and once you do, it starts to get a little bit easier. Now, of course, I'm still not very good with using Aubergine yet, but I have only played with her for a little while, so it is not that much of a surprise that I would not be that great yet. But it is certainly a mechanic and an attack style that I don't think I have ever seen in a game like this before, and it is very fun and works very well. So now, as you can see, this red dude here isn't going to just die right away. In fact, I got knocked out because I kind of got overly cocky there. And I am not the best at, necessarily talking while playing this game. Although it's not the worst thing in the world to try to talk about while you play, but it is definitely difficult. Okay, let's Singularity, get these guys out of the way. Another shutdown means that these guys are going to be trivial. Now we start getting a lot of enemies on the screen again. We'll fire another Singularity. We get this little turret here. Whoop, I walked right into the fire. That's not smart at all.
Firepower.
I do tend to like getting Accelerate most while playing with Aubergine. The Disable doesn't really make as much of a difference as it does with a character who has a more, shot across the screen that you can't control the distance of quite so specifically. It tends to work a little bit better on other characters from my experience, but it is still useful. But the Accelerate allows you to move around a lot quicker, which means that you're going to be better at dodging and not have to worry quite so much about the distance and not have to worry quite so much about keeping yourself at a point where you are not going to be hit all that much. But Aubergine definitely gives you the ability to play very aggressively while apologies, getting a little bit hectic here. I want to get that battery. Good. But it definitely gives you the ability to play a little bit safer in terms of dodging while still having very specific attack control. As you can see, our enemy's remaining bar is almost empty. So that is mission accomplished here for us. And let's see how we ranked on this. Looks like we are going to end up with a B, which is not my highest score by a long shot. But again, I'm getting used to Aubergine. So one thing that I want to try out is Vespula here. If you recall, when I last fought Vespula on the stream with Starch, I was having a little bit of trouble dealing with the hordes of enemies she summoned. But I think Aubergine is going to be perfect for that. Hilo cut me free, and we've come to put an end to your madness. As the acting head of security, it's my duty to protect this ship, even from itself. You'd rely an awful lot on that little pet of yours. Shall I summon some of mine so they can play? Sure. So I am curious how this is going to work out. I feel like Aubergine is very well matched for Vespula here, because it definitely gives you the ability to take out a lot of these enemies very consistently. And actually, if I fire a Singularity in here, that's going to work extremely well. Oh my god. The combo.
Seems like I must take care of matters personally.
I want to get this battery. And as you can see, Hilo does have a set distance, so you can't just stay way back, but you can also tell where that distance is going to reach and keep Hilo within range, while at the same time keeping yourself as far away as possible. Obviously, the Singularity doesn't work quite so well for the main part of the boss itself. It is kind of much better for taking on the Swarm here, although I did just take another hit there.
Accelerate.
This is certainly still not an easy boss to fight, even with an attack style that is a little bit better suited toward the enemy.
Shut down.
Let's get a shutdown, see if that'll hit her. It does. And then we're going to stay at kind of this full range here. Again, we can easily keep an attack on while staying at as much range as possible. Let's get this battery, let's fire a Singularity and get out of there so we can regen some health. And then we're going to kind of stay at a distance here, taking out these guys. Obviously we can't hit the boss while it's in the ball there. Oh god, they just swarmed at me really big time. But obviously we can't take out the, we can't damage the boss while it's in that ball form, if you were unaware of that. So, obviously it is more important to damage the swarm than it is to aim for that. Let's get this battery so we don't run out of health here. Oh, and I fell down again. I am not playing all that well here at the end, but not playing all that horribly either. Just need to keep track of where Hilo is at and actually do some damage with him. Toss a Singularity on the boss, which of course does hit her. It's just not quite as effective as it is on the bundles of smaller enemies. Oh my god. I might actually not win this.
Power up.
Oh, we got it. Barely. Barely got to it. Oh. That was a very bad fight. A very, very bad fight. But again, playing with a character who I'm not exactly highly used to. So let's jump into this level here, which is going to hopefully do well for us. Singularity should be popped in there.
Powered up.
So obviously as we go farther, the Singularity is going to do a little bit less effectiveness than it did on the earliest levels, obviously. That is to be expected. And this is a very strange level for Hilo and Aubergine here, in terms of the way things work. Oh god, I have never... Have I seen an enemy that did that before? Anyway, we're going to fire a Singularity in there, that'll take care of them. We're going to get blocked in again, I'm going to guess. That's going to take out some of these guys. This is definitely a level that I haven't, a level type that's interesting to see. More of a corridor than it is a... More of a corridor than it is a... That was a bad time to grab that shutdown.
Power up.
But we can also fire another Singularity and take out most of what we're up against here. Oh, I'm taking some damage. I didn't even notice those shots coming in.
Battery up.
Oh.
Accelerate.
So now let's take out these guys. Oh. And Singularity. Go.
Maximum power.
I really enjoy having maximum power as Aubergine, because Hilo gets so big and does such a wide area of effect. It is very useful. Oh, power down. I'm an idiot.
Powered up. Battery over here.
And I think I have actually pretty decent ranks in this game, all things considered. And here I am playing this horribly. Oh god. Battery, come here. I have 2 power-ups over here, which I just got damage to take, which was rather stupid, but we do get a shutdown, which is going to allow us to take out these guys pretty easily. Oh god. What have I done? Let's get a singularity tossed in there.
Battery up.
I could really use... Oh, that was perfect timing, because I was just about to say I could really use a battery. I do love knowing that the batteries spawn from certain point thresholds and everything, not from, you know, just kind of certain enemies or certain wave defeating, because it means that as long as you play aggressive, you're going to keep getting batteries. If you die some, it's not going to kill you as much as if you try to play it too safe and don't go for the enemies. Singularity, come on, thank you.
Power max.
And of course, you do have to run after the batteries as well. You can't just collect them and then leave them laying there until you work your way there.
Shut down.
You do really need to make an effort to pick them up. Let's get a singularity toss. Let's take out this stuff. Oh god. So much going on right now. Singularity, go! Help me. Help me, singularity. Oh, battery. I didn't even notice that was out there. Yay! We beat another level. That was my first time through that level, so I didn't expect to do all that good, but hey, I got, I'm 641st in the world, so that's not too bad, I guess. Could have been a lot better, of course, but it's not too bad. Let's jump into this level. I should add again that I really enjoy the, active levels in this game. The fact that it is kind of constantly going to be changing things up for you. And you're going to get a very different view of things as you move on through the level. Again, shutdown, not necessarily the best thing to get as Aubergine. I feel like one of the core strengths of the character is to get enemies grouped up into a small amount, which is where Singularity helps against a series of larger enemies, because the more they're grouped up, the more you can hit at once with Hilo, which of course is going to allow you to do more damage to a lot more enemies much quicker. So it is certainly something that you need to pay attention to in terms of, you know, trying to keep these enemies as tightly woven as possible. And when you get a shutdown, it kind of limits your ability to do that. So I do kind of tend to try to avoid grabbing those when I am playing as... Oh god, what was that? Oh, there's something over here. I didn't even notice that guy. Let's fire one of these dudes in here. I didn't realize I was against the edge of the map for a second there. Let's get these guys into a nice little singularity circle. Oh god. We might fail this level. It'll be the first time that I failed in a while, but battery, go! Yes! Battery, thank you. Thank you, battery.
Power up. Accelerate.
Oop. Come on. Kill those weird things, whatever they are. Oh god, what are these pods that are releasing tons of these little bug things? I don't think I've missed a battery, so yep, I should be getting one soon. Thank you. Also, I should add that when you use Singularity and there is a things are shut down, it doesn't seem like it actually attracts them since they can't move. And oh man, is there actually like momentum going on in this level where depending on the way that the thing is moving, you can move a little bit differently? Oh god. Yeah, I'm still not very great with Aubergine. In the early levels I was doing fine, but I need more practice to get good enough to make this viable character for high scores on later levels for me.
Accelerate.
I am almost out of battery.
Battery up.
Thank you. Yeah, you die, green thing. You die. You too, little helicopters.
Firepower extended. Maximum power. Battery
Oh god.
here.
No, battery, why are you off the level?
Power up.
Thank you. Come on. We got this. We got this. Yeah, I don't think we got this. Let's be honest here. I don't think we got this. Oh god. Battery.
Power up.
Battery. Thank you. I'm still certainly at the stage where batteries are something that I really need to actually actively pay attention to right now.
Powered up.
But we're killing things. We're
Firepower
almost...
extended.
Oh god. We're probably getting relatively close to the end of the stage. Of course, I've got a very low score, but that's because I've been playing horribly. Battery... No! No! Oh, man. Okay, so that didn't go all that well for us. Let's see, we're at 16 minutes. Let's give this one more try at least. See if we can't make this work a little bit better. Singularity, fire it in. The problem is with levels that I'm not as used to, I am not judging my helo usage well, and the distance I need to have it moving to keep up with where I'm standing. You know, with the early levels I've played through multiple times, it was pretty easy to judge. On these later levels, not so much.
Battery here. Shut down.
I wish I hadn't gotten that shutdown. Singularity, get in there. Take out a bunch of these guys. There was another shutdown, but that one was actually at a decent time. Oop. It's over there. Oh god. Is that unavoidable? Is there something I can do to avoid that laser beam that fires across? Battery, come here. I don't want to miss you.
Accelerate.
Oh, if I stand behind the boxes. Got it. So you have to kind of know what waves that it's going to spawn at, so that you can be behind cover when it happens. Obviously, as these go on, you get a little bit less cover from these guys breaking out of their boxes. Okay, I understand now. I understand. Now I feel stupid for asking if there was a way to avoid that. Now I realize how simple it is, and oh god, we're gonna lose miserably this time. This is definitely the kind of game where you get that sort of cascading failure, where you lose once and then you kind of just fail out some more. So, let's try to fight Embryo. We haven't fought him recently, and let's try to see if we can put up a better score with Aubergine here than we put up with Vespula.
There is no escape. That's all you got.
Well, that was a bad start.
I'll flash you.
Keep my cursor on him, keep Hilo in a good range.
Powered up.
Oh god. Right as I got to power up, I got knocked out.
Battery over here.
Battery.
Power up.
Time to die.
Shut down.
This stage is actually very, very easy with Aubergine. The boss as a whole isn't, but that stage right there was very simple with Aubergine. Hilo does good work when the boss is just staying in one position. Thank you.
Powered
Give
up.
me that accelerate.
Accelerate.
Thank you.
To get serious.
This segment is a little bit tougher, but oh, if I hadn't messed up my dodge there, I would have been doing great. Oh god. Why am I failing so hard now?
Pathetic.
Why can I not dodge? I hate my life. Oh, come on. Just hit him. Thank you.
This can't be happening.
Powered up.
This phase should go pretty well, although I have taken... Oh, god damn it. Actually, if I use Singularity, he's tied to one spot pretty well. So I don't know why I wasn't doing that before.
Let's finish this.
Yes, let's, Embryo. Oh
That's
god.
all you got.
Powered up.
Ew, why do I keep walking right through the bullets? I am the world's worst man. There we go.
Power up.
So that was a poor fight, but at least we managed to beat the boss, which is better than all that failure on last level we played. Did we by chance set a new high score? No. In fact, we probably set a new personal low score for beating the boss. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this episode of me playing Assault Android Cactus. I really enjoyed this game. You will probably be seeing more of it, but I really want to play more and get better at this before I keep showing off how horrible I am. Because as you can see, I have, A's and B's through some of the levels, and then we jump to a random S. But bosses I play horribly against, and these most recent levels I am not that great at. So I will be practicing here to try to get better. And you will see more of this once I am better. But either way, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode and my complete failure at beating Transit. And I will see you next time. Take care, everyone, and have a good one. Later.